Hello, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I'm just going to wait here for a few moments while people find their way. All right, as you guys, good morning, Bree. Oh, definitely, Bree, I got you. Coming in hot. How has everyone's Love Fest been going so far? I'm going to wait a few moments, Bree, for maybe some other people to find us. We're going to set you up for the week. Bree, you've been getting some good healing and hits. Hello, Gabriella. I love that name so much. I almost named our eldest daughter that. Hey, Barb. Have you been having a good Love Fest, Barb? Good. I'm telling you, like, I've only been able to pop in a couple of times to see some people, but in those moments, I've been getting tons of downloads, tons of like intuitive hits, really since Friday, really since Thursday night, I guess, it started trickling in. So even just being in this container with all of you guys is just amazing. Hey, Diane, I haven't gotten back to you, but thank you so much for sending me what card deck that was. And of course, I found it on Amazon. So I'm going to be ordering it because it was amazing watching you yesterday. So fun. Same short little bits. All right. So I'm going to wait for I'm going to go ahead and start. People are going to find us who need to find us, right? So this is going to be for Bree. Bree was asking earlier of what she needs to know for the week. What's in her highest and best good? So I'm going to start her off with just an oracle reading. And then I'm also doing mediumship reading. So as you ask in the comments what you would like, make sure you ask if you want the mediumship or the oracle cards. And I am seeing some Facebook users. Love and blessings to you too. I don't know who you are, so if you want to put your name in the comments. Hey, Ellen. Almost said, hey, America. All right, this is for Bree. Let's get going. What does Bree need to know this week? All right, Bree, they want you to speak your truth this week. They want you to come in knowing what it is that you need to say, trusting that intuition that is going to be heightened after this weekend, after all the good things that you've been getting, all the information. It's giving me the courage to shed light in some shadow places and excitement to take another step forward. Okay, well, the advice coming forth right now, because this is your strength, is the voice, is the communication. It's speaking up for yourself and knowing what that truth is. Because in your heart, you've been studying and you've been learning. So these two things are coming together for you and saying, you know, everything that you've been working towards, everything that you're trying to understand more deeply about yourself, trust that this is in your heart space. So what you are getting is for you. Okay. And then the speaking the truth and knowing of the truth, you know, they're almost saying don't hold back. So however that may show up for you this week, remember that. Okay. Because whatever you're going to say is going to have purpose for the person who's on the receiving end. Okay. And your challenge will be this week to keep picking up on synchronicities. Okay. So this may show up they're saying the mundane. So a lot of times the synchronicities, when they pop off or they hit, they're in the really miraculous ways, right? But then I saw this really funny TikTok or meme, and they're bringing this up about how us spiritual folk can get really excited about an 11:11 on a microwave, right? In those little places where we get those signs, even though it might be in the mundane or it might be in the microwave, doesn't make it any less special. Okay. So they wanted me to share that message with you. So keep an eye on those this week. And I hope that hits for you, Bree. Even those microwaves, when we see that, 444, 11:11. All right, Gabriella, mediumship. You're welcome, Bree. All right, who is coming forth for Gabriella? Love those 1111s. And what's really cool too, when those 1111s hit, something I've been training myself to do, which it was very difficult at first. It's getting a little bit easier, but go back and think, what was that last thought, or where were my thoughts? Was I in like a positive, heartfelt place, or was I in a fear base? If I was in a fear base, that 1111 is reminding me to kind of bring it back into the heart, and I have an opportunity to reframe, right? If I was coming from a heart space, I show some gratitude and I try to amplify that even more. So I really like when I get those numbers, it's like a reminder of like, where was I just a second ago? All right, Gabriella, who's coming forth? Let's see. Woman, female energy. What does she need to know today? Is this in her family? I'm getting a yes. This is somebody that you knew coming forth. I'm seeing like shorter curly hair. They're standing right next to you. So Gabriella, if you're feeling anything right now, if you're feeling any chills, any vibes, any feelings, if they're even saying in your thoughts, if a memory is popping up of somebody, that's them. Okay. Like I said, I'm seeing a female energy, shorter curly hair, coming forth. She's also bringing in the support of animals per se. So this might actually be how you can connect with who that is that's coming through. Hey, Joanna. Oh, good, Carolyn, you do that same too. So this person's coming forth connecting with the animals, okay? They're actually showing me now that the way they've been communicating with you is through the animals. So if you have any animals in your home, or you've been noticing any animal synchronicity or signs, that is them. So taking a moment to see and say to yourself, what is this showing me? What is the significance around this animal? Because that can help you decode some of those messages, okay? She's presenting as like not an older woman, like an old woman, but an older woman, maybe 50s, 60s. So they just gave me that little bit. They're saying it's not your fault. So thank you. Yes, yes, I do. Okay. They want you to release as a lot. I mean, this is pretty much the message for any of our loved ones when they've moved on. We like to hold on to any doubts, fears, worry, anxiety, regret, big regret here. Don't hold on to that, because nothing was your fault. Okay. They actually want to free you right now in this moment. I'm getting chills right now. She wants you to feel free. She wants you to feel lighter. Okay. So take a moment and feel into this. And with your next exhale, just you're blowing out regret. You're blowing out anything that may no longer, that's actually keeping you weighted. It's keeping you heavy, they're saying. Okay. Release that as light as air. And we're just doing what they're showing me to do. And hopefully that helps. She doesn't want you to hold on to anything. You accept. Well, I hope that gave you some sort of comfort, Gabriella. Hey, Carolyn. Yes, my toddler had the flu, hasn't spiked a fever in a couple of days, thank God. But the baby kept me up a lot last night, but I'm here. Every day, new day. Oh, good. I'm glad. That means a lot. I wasn't getting too much information showing like who it was in your family line and your family tree, but maybe you have an idea with that curly hair and like that oldish, more mature woman that was coming forth for the support for you. But definitely don't hold on to any of that regret. All right, Carolyn, I'm going to do some oracle cards for you. What does Carolyn need to know today? All right, Carolyn, you're going through some change and transition. This weekend, everything that you're getting, the information, the uncovering, the hidden truths that are coming to light, this is now moved into your strength card position. So you're moving into this direction, and the transition is actually happening right now. So take into account how you're feeling. If you're feeling tired, take the nap. If you're feeling hungry, eat the food. If you're feeling thirsty, drink the water, because these are all signs to help you move through this even more smoothly. Okay. These are changes that they're saying that you've wanted for a long time. And you're going through it in this moment. There's a lot of like messaging for you, like literally right now as I'm even speaking. So paying attention to what is coming up for you in this moment. Connecting with music. Um, I will definitely ask my mama. Yeah, I'd be curious to know. Um, Connect with music more. This is in your heart space. Again, the shape of the heart, the music coming through, the vibrations to help you move through this. Okay. They're even showing me something you can do to help release anything else that may be stuck is dancing, vibrating, moving your body with the music. The shedding of that, the actual physical activity of that will help you greatly. And your challenge right now is calling in Archangel Michael for protection. There may be a part of you that doesn't feel safe or doesn't feel safe in who you're becoming, okay? Because the change and transitions um, come with like mini deaths sometimes, a lot of the time, most of the time, where a part of us is dying and is no longer around, and we're moving into this newer version of ourselves, and we're not quite sure who that is, um, what that means, or anything like that. So, calling in Archangel Michael will help you develop that protection so you can feel safe as you're moving through these things. All right, Carolyn? But definitely the music and the dancing and like the physicalness will help release some more of that. So, Carolyn, I hope that resonates for you. Keep the comments coming. There's not too many of us on today. So, if you want a reading, you most likely will get picked. It's the beauty when it's a small, intimate group. Hi, Joanna. I'm here open to any messages and guidance. Please pull some cards. You got it. I'm glad some of you guys are finding us on YouTube also, I'm seeing. I love that Corin called this Love Fest Marathon, because it literally, for some of you guys, I know y'all been on here almost all weekend, which is amazing. It has been a marathon. All right, so this is for Joanna. They're not showing me. We might be using another deck too in a second here. Let's see. Show me for Joanna. That one for sure. And that's the one. All right, Joanna, you have Archangel Michael in your strength. You've been calling in. You've been feeling more safe. The work you've been doing has actually helped you feel more protected. They're showing me that you're like a statue with a really good foundation. That is what's been building for you. Okay. So they're acknowledging this and they're validating you, Joanna, that you have been building a really good foundation. They're really bringing in the strength of the actual sword for you. That's usually how Archangel Michael is depicted, with this strong sword. It's almost like they're saying weapon of choice. What is your weapon of choice to feel protected? You know, what does that look like for you? For some reflection on that, because you've been really shining your light more and more and more. Okay, Joanna, they really are excited watching you blossom, opening, becoming. They're showing me a lighthouse. You know, you maybe actually be a lighthouse to others, knowingly or unknowingly. Okay. So paying attention to that role as it's shifting, okay? Because you got some really big power right now coming in for you. And your challenge right now is also a move your body message, okay? Move your body. What does this look like to you? Let me see if I can feel into this some more. They're even saying the simple task of going out for a walk, of going out and connecting with nature. But you see how light she feels? Like she is floating in air. That is what the benefits for you will be to help to lessen some of the load. Okay. So, Joanna, I hope those resonate with you. Diane, I got you, girl. Joanna, how can I make that more stronger for my family situation, my daughter? You know what? I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, but they showed me that I was going to be pulling a card from this other deck. So Diane, before I get to you, I'm going to pull another card for Joanna. This is an angel tarot deck that I like to use when I want more specifics. And we got a smaller group today, so I can, you know, we can get a little bit more detailed in some of y'all's readings. So I'm going to pull a card for you, Joanna. They're calling on. So this is the King of Michael. Okay. This is a card, masculine energy, right? The king, the leader. Okay. So they're asking you for the advice is showing up more in leadership. Um, yes, ma'am. I'll email you too. Yeah. Be in touch, guys. The bottom of this card says wisdom and objectivity, okay, are important now. Staying in integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication, okay? These are very specific things, all right? So, that king energy, that leadership energy, that masculine energy, that entrepreneur, business, boss lady aspect of it, that is the energy that I'm getting from this card. The wisdom, the objectivity, integrity, honesty, open communication, it's being who you are, essentially. And they're saying, even using this and just holding the space for whatever is going on with you and your daughter. Okay. Um, this is interesting too, because this is something I'm learning how to do with my toddler. Breaking ancestral patterns. Okay. Choosing to show up differently than what you may have experienced. So, how do you hold space for somebody else while they're tantruming? That's hard, but doable. Okay. Because the tantrum serves purpose. We don't need to always fix the tantrum. We don't need to always jump in and say, I can save you. It's more of allowing that to do its work and then knowing that you're there for them when they come out of it. That is like the power, right? Lots of messages for you, Joanna. And that is literally for the whole community here. Um, so I really hope that little extra tidbit helps. All right, Diane, we are going to give you, they're saying, even just like some weekly advice from my Kyle Gray cards. I'm glad you like that, Carolyn. Yeah, I mean, people tantrum around us all the time, right? I mean, you could be in public and you just see somebody tantruming, right? It could be in our family, it can be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your kids, your boss, and just observe. Just be like, whoa, okay, that's what's going on. How can I hold space for this? All right, for Diane, what does Diane need to know this week? Number one. Ooh, I love when we get this card. This is a fun one to play with. Spirit animal, who is coming forth? Diane, I'd be curious to see what animal you get just by even feeling into this card, looking into this card. And actually, the whole community, everyone is online right now. This is actually for all of you. This is a fun little exercise to help increase y'all's intuition. What is the first thing that you feel or comes to mind when looking at this card? That is specific to you, okay? So for Diane, what am I seeing? They're showing me the caterpillar and the butterfly, not just both. They're showing me the whole lifespan of that caterpillar into the butterfly, that whole transformation. And they're showing this for you to validate you of all the work that you've done, of everything that you put out into the world, of who you are, and the medicine that you're even here to share with everybody else. You are literally transforming yourself and helping other people transform. So that is so cool. All right. For the rest of you guys, like, hey, Heather, for the rest of you guys, when I pulled that card, whatever came forth for you, feel into that animal. You could use good old Google. I still use Google sometimes to see what resonates with that animal as I'm reading it. But when you think of that animal, insect, whatever it is that came up for you, think about what do they do in the world? How do they show up? What do they represent to you? That is for you. Yeah, Diane, super cool. Archangel Michael again. So this is a big theme, it seems, already in this container today, right? Protection. Diane, you have definitely was seeing a flying animal. Barb is loving this reading for you. I know, that was really fun. And I love how everyone's crew stepped in and said, wait, this is for a group activity too. So look at how you share your medicine, Diane, like even by you showing up today. I had no idea that was going to happen. Okay, Archangel Michael, for you, they're showing this is a foundational thing too, that you're really sturdy, you feel really protected, you feel really good and warm. You actually maybe even be protection for other people, okay? So validating you in your heart space with Archangel Michael. And your challenge is healthy choices. What does this mean to you right now? They keep bringing up food, so I don't know for you personally with the food, but look into that. They're almost showing like you could be using a little extra of something. Um, that makes sense. Okay. So that is your challenge right now is the food. But everything else is like really good foundation, really good energetics, like feeling really good energetically. And that could be because we've been in love fests and everyone's doing some work for themselves. Sugar side, Diane, me too. And we're going into the holidays and I feel you. But sugar for me as well. But yeah, you got really good foundations. You've got so much transformation. This is just the one thing that they're saying, keep an eye on. Heather, I want to read for you. Yes. Oh, my friend Heather. Me and Heather got to mentor in last year. Was it last year's academy? Time feels really weird for me right now. I think we finished with the class last year. Or was it this year? I don't even remember anymore. All right. What does Heather need to know today? They're getting real specific for you. Ooh, Heather, this is fun. Heather, they're asking you, yeah, it was last spring. It feels like forever ago, right? They want you to take a step back. That's right. Past March 2023 is when we graduated. That feels like a year ago already. I don't know about you guys, but so much has happened in my life since then. And I'm sure y'all's, because the transformation just keeps going, right? Heather, taking a step back. What does this look like to you? Oh, that's so cool. Thanks, Carolyn. Taking a step back for you, taking a step back from some responsibility. There feels like there may be a lot on your plate right now. Okay. There, as you know, there is nothing wrong with saying, hold on, I need to take a pause. Okay. I need to actually, they're even saying, have you given yourself chance to integrate everything that you've been going through? Um, letting it soak in, letting it really solidify. This is actually in your strength pile, right? So this is something that you have been doing. They just corrected me because I kind of went down a little other area, but giving you that validation. Okay, that's exactly what you needed to be doing, and they're bringing this idea of the integration of allowing the things. This is also a good message for all of us after an intense weekend like this where we're getting so much healing, we're getting so many messages. Give ourselves some time to really bring it home. Okay, give ourselves some compassion to see what else comes up for us. Sometimes it can be tears, sometimes it's just pure joy and bliss, whatever it looks like for everyone. For you, Heather, it feels like this is really where you've been. This is what they're validating you for. And so they're saying, great job. Because you're entering into a new beginning. So they're saying, fill the well. You've been filling the well. You're about to walk through the door of something really big. Have you, I know we mentioned this before, but you becoming like a medical intuitive, they're bringing that up right now. If there's some things that have been coming up for you, you've been saying yes to them and you're doing the process of walking through that door. This is in your heart space. So it's already happening. It's not done yet, but it's happening. And you get a spirit animal too. So who is coming forth for Heather? I'm seeing a turtle, not just for the tough exterior, but also when they go in, right? But it's like the turtle is now coming out, okay? He has been in the turtle shell for a little bit. He's got a really good protection, but this is kind of in your challenge spot. So it's showing me don't stay in there too long, okay? Trust coming out of whatever this new beginning may look like for you. I know me and you used to laugh how like new beginnings, or when there's something that you need to do, um, can be a little scary, can be fearful, like you walking through that. And they're actually going to lead us right into now the card for the whole group, because Heather, you are surrounded by, as you know, so much good, so much love, so much compassion, so much support. This is the card for a lot of us, okay? The Council of Light card. And it says divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So, I mean, this card, you can't really see it. Maybe you can actually. You got all kinds of important figures, representing all parts of the world. And then with the lights going up from the heavens and down to the earth. So literally, it's all around from the heavens down below. Okay. Call in the guides, call in who feels good to you. This is for all of us again. Like, who is knocking on that door? Obviously, we got a lot of Archangel Michael coming in today. A lot of us maybe need that protection, or the reminder for that protection. Okay. The world gets a little crazy. And who knows what's in store for us next year. But remembering and reminding ourselves that we are divinely co-creating everything in our lives with all of them. We're not doing that alone. So thank you, Heather. I hope that resonates for you. And I hope that group card, I'm sure it'll come up again for us. All right. Hey, Jean. This is for Jean. I've been doing this integration for a month and a half now. Yeah, Barb, and releasing. Yeah, there are times where that is literally all we need to be doing, is just chilling out, integrating, feeling, releasing, and then there's go time. And sometimes it's happening all at once because, we kind of have no choice. Jean. But they're saying, Barb, for you too, you can call in these helpers and they can help ease some of that for you. Okay. All right. This is for Jean. All right, Jean, validating you and connecting with music. What does this look like for Jean? They're bringing in like, actually, this is going to go right into your challenge card. The music that you're bringing into your life can help you even more get grounded with the meditation, because this is your challenge card. Okay. They wanted me to kind of show you both of these at the same time. Frequency, vibration, pure joy and bliss, like whatever feels good to you, want to dance or do anything like that. They're giving you the validation that it all counts, right? Finding the joy, bliss. And then it can also help you get the grounding if you need it with the meditation, and not just like meditation, because that is important, but they're really showing the grounding to the earth. Okay. They're showing the connection from the sky to the ground. Okay. And what's in your heart right now? Good. You love listening to music. So this is like the sign for you to keep that going. And actually they're even showing that they're giving you messages in that music. Okay. So how all of a sudden a song will pop in your head, or you turn on the radio and then you're like, oh, I haven't heard that song in forever. And you start crying or laughing or a memory pops up. This is all part of your healing process in this moment. And it can help you continue in this part of your healing process. All right. And in your heart is the forgiveness. They've been saying you're doing a lot of work on the forgiveness. It's almost like they're showing me that you've been maybe crying a lot and releasing a lot in how much you're forgiving yourself. One of the things that I've been working myself towards lately is mistakes. And I say that lightly because, all mistakes have growth in it. But the ones that when you think of them, crying a lot, the ones when you think of them almost make you cringe. What's been helping me release those is just owning what I may have done in that situation and just saying, and I'm done, and I release it. But part of the ownership of it helps me not be in that state of avoidance anymore. So if this makes sense to you, okay? Because it's easier to avoid our part in things than other people's part in things, right? Because our instinct sometimes is to point the finger, like what did they do? What did they do? But sometimes there is part of us that needs to be seen, that we also co-create everything, right? So that is your information on this card. The crying is wonderful. Releasing all of that. We know that's good for the body. It's good for the soul. But they're giving you that extra component of some of those heavier things, of just having a little bit of ownership in it. Okay. And then releasing it. Like, okay, I see it. I did whatever. I've been hard on myself about this thing, and I'm done. I'm releasing it. I choose again. I'm starting a new life, or I'm starting a new decision choice in this moment. The guilt, girl, God, the guilt kills us all, right? It's like we carry so much guilt, and why? I'm still trying to figure out the why on that. But trying to release your mistakes. Yeah. And they're not mistakes, right? We call them mistakes. Even relationships that end, it's not a failed marriage. It just needed to end, or, um, whatever the mistake looks like to you. But how am I going to use that now? And how can I move on from that? So, Jean, thank you. Thank you. Everything about that was spot on. I struggled with a few decisions and ultimately dialed it back to rest and integrate. Amazing validation. I feel like on the edge of something big. Yes, you are, girl. I felt something big coming for you. Love the cancel. Will call in currently in the dark. Oh, girl, call me. You need to talk to anybody. So relationship that ended, Jean. Okay, that's why they had me say that. Sometimes relationships have run their course, but there's still things that we can also learn. And by looking at things that we don't want, like how did this stuff end up being this way? I don't want that. That helps you realize what you're going to want going forward. So using that. All right. Who else would like a reading? I'm kind of digging the smaller group right now because we're getting a little bit more detailed in some of y'all's readings. But if for some of you guys, right, because some of us have been crying a lot, or we're in the dark, even after this weekend's over, they're saying this Council of Light card, which I think this is why another message coming forth with this is calling in that support in the divine and in our lives. So all of you guys have each other essentially in this group that you guys can reach out to each other, or any one of us, for sessions or whatever that may look like, what people are offering for extra support, because these are kind of dire times. It's a little wild energetically out here. Good, Jean. Hey, Ellen, I'd love to give you a message. Carolyn, yes, Melanie, this is so therapeutic. I know. All right, I'm going to get to Ellen and then Amanda. All right, so Ellen. God, I haven't talked to you, Ellen, in ages. I haven't been in the owl group, just had a lot going on. But I think of all of you guys a lot. Ooh, Ellen, I like this for you. Ellen, you've been taking some leaps of faith, my friend. Validating you, you're getting the messages, you're trusting yourself. They're saying you've really stepped into trusting yourself. You have a deeper sense of who you are right now. And the leap of faith you are taking or have already taken is exactly where you're supposed to be. So they are validating you on this. There's a yes. Cool. I'm glad this is resonating. And then in your heart space is this peace and harmony. You have come, they're showing full circle on something that you have now hit the place of the stride, right? Of the peace, the balance. So stay in it, enjoy it, gratitude for it. Because we know we don't always stay in this place that long, but the more we acknowledge that this place has the potential to always exist in us, the quicker we can get back to it, which is such a cool message for me needing to hear that today and for all of us. So the more we practice the gratitude, the more grateful we become. The more we acknowledge, like, ooh, I like this peace. I like this harmony. How do I get more of this? Right? Then we get more. Okay. And there's a loved one in heaven coming forth for you. And I immediately got a man. There's a man, almost Native American descent, coming forth as a strong pillar. Okay. With the foundation, helping you with this, has been helping you achieve this, but they want you to connect more with how strong you are. Okay. I'm going to pull one additional card for what this message is from this man. It's almost like calling in more of the masculine energy within yourself too, he's saying. That this may be what is needed for you at this moment, is pulling in more of that. And this person's healthy, happy, feeling good. Now you see how he's standing on top of this rock, like on top of the world feeling that oh Heather, yeah, that I thought that was weird. I couldn't find my reporting for a bit. Well, I hope people are following me on Love Fest. Um Pulling in this kind of energy that he's here to help you with, okay? That on top of the world feeling, that strong pillar, that foundation, the I've got this accomplishment. You can do it. This person is saying they are healthy and happy, and you can be too, okay? That is a message for you. Rick, okay? So Rick is someone you know um, that you knew in this life and possibly Native American descent. Those who need you will find you. Yes, Heather. And I'm really digging the smaller group today. I'd love to know more about that, Ellen, if you could share. But really, such a positive momentum of validation for you, honestly, of like what you've been going through in these cards. All right, next will be Amanda. And Amanda, I think you just said a reading, general reading. Yes. And then I see Shirley. Shirley, you'll be after. All right, Amanda. You're welcome, Ellen. Amanda, I think I saw you in another post, I think Diane, that you signed up for the Academy. These are for Amanda. Amanda, loving this card for you. I love everyone's strength cards. It's so fun to see. Oh, girl, Amanda, it will change your life. I'll tell you that. I made some forever soul family. I learned to trust my intuition more. The fact that I'm standing here today doing this, almost every time Corin says who wants to sign up for Love Fest, I'm like, please. It's so far from where I started in the whole process. All right, Amanda, you've got so much spiritual support. They're standing behind you. They are guiding you. And this is in your strength. So you know they're there. You're connecting with them more and more, and you will be connecting with them on a deeper level. That is literally you in the middle, and you're constantly surrounded, and you know this. So, Ellen, you healed a lot. God, the healing we did in that was insane too. You know this. So they're validating you. Your heart has been opening more and more and more. This feels like this may have been a closed door for you in the past. This feels like this may be even a newer feeling of how open it feels. Oh, Carolyn, you signed up too. It's amazing. Trust that the heart that you're opening it up is to just really attract exactly what it is that you want to attract. Okay. Like they're showing me in this card, particularly how Shamuel's heart is glowing. That is your lighthouse. That is your, what are those things called? Compass. Okay. What is in the heart? What feels good? Do that. That's your message for that. And then you've been struggling maybe a little bit in the peace and harmony. So you can call on Archangel Raguel to help you find that balance again. But they say it's coming and it's right there. It's not far off. Okay. This does exist for you. You felt it before, but whatever you're going through right now, stepping into that peace and harmony that you have felt before, okay, will help you get there again. Because right now you've got a lot of great things already going in your momentum in that direction. Okay. Big heart opening. Oops, this side and backwards. Big heart opening. Big support. Love, support. I mean, that's basically what we need to get through every day. Okay. So, Amanda, I hope that resonates for you. And again, they showed me that Council of Light card. Okay. So, calling in everyone that feels good to you. Shirley. Good, Amanda. I'm glad that resonates. Yeah, and Diane, Diane and Heather, and I'm not sure about you, Ellen, but I know for me, I was very new to this world, very new to who I was or who I was meant to be or step into, And the amount of growth I did in that 6 months was insane. And then even some people who had been doing this for most of their lives, who had played with more spirit than I even had, it was still a game changer for them. So it's so exciting to see like everyone's transition through the whole program, and everything that comes afterwards. As we know, Corin is very masterful at keeping us engaged in these online communities and events and all these things that she provides for us. So it's really cool to watch. Shirley. We're still doing really good on time. Diane, you came out of the closet? I really came out the closet. I was so far in the closet, I didn't even know I was in a closet. I didn't even know that this was possible for me, okay? Like this just, where I was in 2020 to now is just insanity. Ooh, this card, I'm gonna show you in a second, just literally flew out with a force. All right, Shirley, you got some power right now. Yeah, Diane. You are in change and transition. This is in your strength position. This is something that you are basically on their side of. Who are you now? What has been born? What is no longer you? What has been released? It's not a bad thing, right? It's just the evolution, they're saying. There's an evolution to you right now that you know about. And so surely of who you're stepping into is amazing, because this is the card that literally flew out. It's the inner power card. You've really been coming from the inside out. You're really standing your ground more, they're showing. The foundation, the word foundation keeps coming up a lot for this hour today. So a lot of us have been working on what that foundation looks like and what we need. Big heart power energy, like a pow. Like they're even showing me like old Batman, for some reason, old Batman cartoons with the kapow. That's what this card symbolizes for you. It's like a kapowed you in the face, or I should say in the heart. And one thing that's being asked of you to go deeper, I feel like I'm building it. Yeah. It's a kapow, like get it, go, get it. Yes. The answer is yes, yes, yes. So whatever that foundation looks like for you, they're saying yes, yes, yes. Okay. Loving and accepting yourself will tremendously help this. This is a card that is very challenging for a lot of us, right? They're saying, well, how do you love and accept even the dark parts, the parts that aren't so nice, the parts that aren't so compassionate? How do we accept that as us? Because that version may be needed at times, right? It's all part, we're very complicated human beings, and all of these parts are one, right? So how do we bring all of this into harmony for you? Okay. So I hope this makes sense for you, Shirley. This for you, Shirley, is very, very strong. Do you know how strong you are? Good. That is what I've been seeing and acknowledging and forgiving myself. You just said it beautifully. See it, acknowledge it, and then forgive it. Okay. Yeah, you don't know how powerful you are. You're huge. Like this is like a very powerful, it's giving me like chills right now of how much is wanting to come out of you. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we're always all getting there, right, Shirley? They're even saying a simple mantra every single day of just like, I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am strong. I know what I'm doing. I trust my intuition. Whatever those mantras look like for you will help you also start reframing the lifetime of bullshit that we've absorbed, right? That has brought us down or made us feel smaller. Um, Reframing the mind is something that I've really been getting into lately. So some of the services that I do offer, you bought 7 books yesterday. Girl, I do that a lot and then end up not reading all of them all the time. But I love buying books. I've never had a Kindle either. I'm like old school, I want the book in my hand. But I do deeper work with clients. I do deep dives, 3-session deep dive. I do a 6-session mentoring. People who come to me have either wanted to know more about their abilities, knowing, oh, Shirley, you're from OST. Ah, now this reading makes so much sense. I did not realize you're from OST. Love you, Shirley. So glad you found me. I offer 6-session mentoring to go deep to help make the connections. I didn't recognize your last name, Shirley. This is okay. So Shirley is a new soul sister I just met 2 weeks ago. Felt deeply connected. We went through this whole healing transformation weekend here in Austin, Texas, and now I've signed up to do a year's worth of healing work with her as part of our group, with another one of my mentors that I've also done work with. So Corin and Tammy, shout out to both of you guys that have completely changed my freaking life. Amazing. But yes, the services I offer, if you need help doing the deeper work, if you need help just having support, not making, sometimes we feel like we're going crazy in this whole life thing, especially when we start coming more and more out of the closet, right, Diane? The spiritual closet. You may feel isolated, alone. We have these online communities, but we're also here for you guys. All of us mentors that taught in the academy and all these people that have graduated since, here to just be of service to a lot of you guys. Loving and trusting I'm on the path, right? We're always on the path. We're always on the path. There's no way to be off the path. I do a podcast with my sister-in-law. That's information's on my website. But we have an episode about being on the path. People are sometimes are like, I want to know what's my life path. You're living it. It's there. You can't be off of it. One of the things is realizing that we have choices of what we want to put on our path, right? What do we want to do? And you know what? We said yes to this one thing, but now I've changed my mind. Oh, well, we change our mind and then we move on to the next, right? That's something I struggled with. I didn't actually realize how many choices I had, right? I just kept doing what was expected of me or what I thought I wanted. And it just kept bringing me to places of just not necessarily even unhappiness, but even boredom or feeling unfulfilled. Free will, baby. Diane, you and Shirley should meet. I feel like y'all would be friends. All right. Who else? I've been rambling for a while. Anybody else would like a message? Shirley, I'm so glad you found me. Heather, it was so good to talk with you, even in this capacity. Carolyn, and who else was it? Amanda. I'm so excited to see what happens for you guys in the academy. Renee, I would love a mediumship reading. All right, Renee. I need some water here. Renee, I'm getting ancestors, big community, big support coming around you right now. I'm getting a lot more. I'm getting a blend of masculine and feminine, but I'm getting a lot of feminine energy. I'm getting a lot of support in that way. Hey, Kat. What is the message you guys have for Renee today? Big love. Big, big, big love. All right, they're saying, and they're talking as they are a collective, okay? I'm not really feeling that any one particular person is coming forth, but it's literally the ancestors. It's like ancestral lineage here, people that you knew in this lifetime and then beyond. If they had known what they know now, they would have lived differently. And this is a case for so much. We are heavier here. We make ourselves smaller. We like to put everything in its nice, neat little box. They're saying throw the boxes out. Okay. There are no boxes. Okay. It's what you choose and what you want to do. That's all that matters, period. Even if it goes against the grain, especially if it goes against the grain, right? Because those are the things that really become transformative for us and for people that we love that are around us. Okay. Because they have no earthly worries. The mundane, the everyday, it's important, right? Like we still have to feed ourselves. We still have to go to the grocery store. We still have to drive ourselves here and there, or whatever it may be. But the worry, they're saying, look at it with the eyes. They're showing me even binoculars, like an exploration. You're discovering what is new in your environment. That's really cool. Like as an exercise, like see what is what you maybe have been overlooking and finding a new perspective on how to look at it. Because they're showing me like these binoculars. Um, and they all are giving you a good night kiss. You know, every single night they're just saying they're like showing them coming in and like, you know, like you would do with a child and just kind of putting them to sleep, you know, with your forehead. Um, and they're just giving you a good night kiss. They want you to feel that they're there. And they're saying that's a great time for you to connect with them at the end of the day or the start of the day. Is to take a moment and feel into them and be like, all right, I'm acknowledging you're here. I know you guys got my back because they are a huge council of light themselves. Okay. Being your anchor. So just they're showing me even the word big love, like a lot of power behind that. All right. Who is next? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. All right, Kat, you are next. Mediumship 2. Who is coming forward for Kat? I'm seeing immediately. Kat. Yeah, I'm seeing like a dad figure, like a male presence that had like fatherly qualities. Teacher showed you things. Maybe a grandfather. You're welcome, Renee. And I'm saying these like qualities, okay? Like they had fatherly qualities. Could have been, like I said, a teacher, a mentor, someone giving you courage and bravery, they're saying. Because you have, I'm feeling you have a lot of courage and bravery to be who you are, exactly who you need to be in the moment. So let's see, Kat, what are the messages for Kat today? Yeah, because they are bringing in the idea again of, you know, don't be afraid of things that are being asked of you or things that you need to step into because you just know you have to do it, right? Um, a little bit of fear is fine, right? It keeps us safe at times. So we're not constantly just jumping off a cliff, right? You have a little fear of jumping off the cliff, but not letting the fear stop you from experiencing jumping off a cliff and jumping into a pool of water and it being amazing and beautiful, right? Kind of like a leap of faith, maybe being asked of you or going to be asked of you. Um, he is saying that they have no earthly worries right now. So again, bringing this idea of not letting the worry be too much of a weight for you. If you have a lot of worry, seeking support, all right, bringing in the divine even more deeply, honing it in, um, and even finding another teacher. They keep bringing this idea of teacher. So I'm not quite sure what this teacher idea means for you. Either this was a teacher for you, or you're being shown a new teacher, or you are teaching yourself. But there's something there to be showing. And they're here helping you. They're helping you carry that flag. They're even showing this as a parade, which is really cool. And this is the person, the leader of the parade. And you guys are parading together and dancing. They're showing me like dancing in the streets and you having just like a blast with no worry. Okay. So these are the messages that this person is bringing forth to you. So I hope this resonates for you, Kat. How are we doing on time? Okay, we got 6 minutes. Good night kiss. That is gorgeous. I know. It's so cute. All right, V, any messages for me, mediumship? This is for V. V. Getting feminine energy. Getting feminine energy, getting family. Probably mother's side, they're showing me. You are soulmates with this person. I mean, a lot of our family are soulmates for us. I believe we travel in soul pods and we sign up and we do life over and over again with different roles with each other. But this person stands out. Okay. Some V, I'm not sure who this may be for you, but somebody stands out that you knew from the moment you met that there was a deeper connection. Um, that's who's coming forth for you. Cat, yes, thank you. I used to be in parades in my pack. Grandfather took me to a lot of parades when I was a kiddo. Girl, I almost said Mardi Gras and I didn't. I'm from New Orleans. And I just moved here, but like they were showing me like a Mardi Gras scene of parading through the streets and dancing and just like having the time of your life. So that's really sweet. That's who that was. You feel it. Okay, back to V. You feel it as your grandma. Yeah. When you know, you know. That's all I gotta say. When you know, you know. She's coming forth saying, don't be afraid. Okay. Again, this is a kind of a theme like we were in the first half hour with Archangel Michael and protection. They're bringing that theme up because it's showing for a lot of us as fear, scared to step in to the unknown because we may not be protected. But that's not true because we're always protected. If that makes sense. Yes, shitty things still happen and things, we fall on our face and it hurts. But that also kind of can serve purpose later on, even though we may not know right away. Okay. But they're saying, don't let the fear stop you. Oh, I know why she said that. I'm curious. Keep going, V. I'm curious. Because it's beautiful where she is. It's absolutely beautiful. She's really calling in the sun. There's something about you and her being in the sun together, the way the sun feels on your face, the way it feels on your skin, the warmth. They're bringing in that as an idea of protection. Okay. Really, really beautiful. So she really wants you to know she's all good. But she wants you to not be afraid. Okay. She ain't leaving your side. She's saying we're soulmates. I mean, you can't get rid of her if you tried. All right. All right, Malik. This might be the last one. Oh, I'm so glad, V. All right, Malik, you're going to be the last one for today. If I could squeeze in one more, I will try. But you guys have had to get in touch with me. Today's the last day of Love Fest. There's so many amazing people coming through. If you want to do the deeper work, or if you want just to do a one-on-one session, you can book directly through my website. I do have some coupon codes that were posted for the session packages. Or if you go to my website and you sign up for my email list, you'll get, I believe it's a 10% off coupon for anything you want to use. So just throwing that out there. Anybody who's thinking about showing up for Corin's Angel Academy, it's just an amazing experience. That's all I can say. The fact that I'm doing this here right now, again, I just can't even believe it. And it's been amazing, like the whole thing. All right, Malik, who's coming in for Malik? I'm getting grandma. I'm getting cooking over a stove. I'm getting somebody who fed you. Their love language was food. Lots of caring, maybe was strict at times. Maybe even was cold at times, but even in the coldness, you knew the warmth. Okay. She's saying things like, that's just how I knew to be. But you know that, Malik. Or you maybe know it now more than ever. Another person saying it's beautiful where they are. Okay. This is showing, so for you, Malik, this is showing expansiveness. They actually want you to focus in on this beautiful scene of open air, trees, water, mountains, nature, expansiveness. Not closed quarters anymore. There's an expansiveness. Sorry, I'm just reading some messages from V. She noticed how people looked at me. My mom didn't believe it and that sort of thing, but my grandma protected, taught me in a way that I can only, yeah, V, I'm with you with my grandma too. But Malik, they're just really sharing that expansiveness. It was constraint and now it's open. Okay. So find that openness for you, because this card, if they had known what they know now, they would have lived life differently. That we put ourselves in that constraint, kind of the similar messages with the boxes from earlier. Um, but find that expansiveness for you. Open up the doors and the pathways. Open up the ideas of what's possible. Okay. Oh, we got a tarot destroyer. That's weird. Let's ignore that one. But it looks like time is up. So Malik, your last one is this woman has no pain anymore. So she might have been in pain while she was here on this planet, but she is now in no pain. Okay. Um, that's so weird. So Malik, I hope these resonate for you. But she's felt strong. She felt like love language was food. She felt like she might have felt constrained in this life, but now she feels expansive. Okay. You're welcome, Malik. I really hope that that resonated with you. So my time is up. There's people that are probably already started right now. I don't want to take up y'all's time anymore, but it has been a pleasure connecting with you guys here on Love Fest. If you want to reach out to me, you know how to find me. You can DM me too if you have any questions. And yeah, good luck to everybody. Love, love, love to all of you. Bye, Diane. I'm going to reach back out to you. Love language. Food is so cool. Yep. All right, everybody. So much love to you. Everybody have a good weekend, or a good Sunday, I should say.